Tuesday. Just wanted to go live and talk about some things I've been picking up on lately, energetically wise. I have been noticing that collective energy, a lot of us need to continue doing release work, shadow work, inner healing work, self love work. Any releasing, any healing energy needs to continue. I say it as well because we are in eclipse energy, kind of aftermath, vibe season, let's call it that. September 21st was I believe, a partial eclipse, which also was a new moon. A lot of people that do any intentional work, that can be spell work, journaling, rituals, whatever it may be, depending what it is as well. They recommend that you don't do any kind of spell work, for example, during eclipse energy. Some people do, some people don't. But because it was on a new moon, anything that you may have been wanting to do or things that you started to do during that time frame, or even just a little bit afterwards, perhaps within the past couple of days, if things aren't aligning, if things aren't really resonating the way you thought it would be, just give it time. Just continue to release, as I said, because it's just going to either motivate you within the next like 2 weeks or within the next week leading up to the next full moon. So as of right now, the next full moon will be in about 6 to 7 days. So again, working on any healing work, anything necessary that you need to do in order to release. Things to release can be like an old mindset, right? Your perspectives, the way you communicate, the way you do things for yourself or others. It can be perhaps some sort of like self-hate, self-hatred, or anything more internal for yourself. You need to start changing the dynamic of the way you think things, feel things, and it's going to help you to be able to balance things out during Libra season, which also started at the end. Um, Also, believe was the 22nd. So a lot of things have been starting. So a lot of you guys are starting new things or planning to start new things. It could be a goal, an idea, but I would say continue to plan it, speak it into existence, and then continue moving forward. And I say that because we were in Virgo season, so a lot of people that had any goals or any projects, creative ideas, creative tasks, new jobs, opportunities during Virgo season, a lot of people became hermits. A lot of people reserved their energy. A lot of people pulled back from perhaps going out, socializing, or no longer really investing their time, their energy into people, locations, situations, environments that they used to be involved in or with, right? So, earth energy required us to, again, go within and work on ourselves, work on our finances, work towards, I don't know, whatever you have going on in your home life, in your love life. And then now going into Libra season, it's going to be important to start balancing the scales, right? Because the scales is a symbol of Libra season. And as well, some people will be realizing that in the past, again, a person's situation may have screwed you over. And this topic for today, it's time for people to start, if they haven't, but need to start energetically, spiritually protecting themselves need to start doing the necessary work to, again, release what no longer serves them. Libra season will bring justice to those that need it, require it. Justice can come in different ways. Perhaps you were owed a certain amount of money. Maybe you did a previous project, a job, they didn't pay you what they said they were going to pay you. You're expecting something, or you expected. And some will receive it, some won't. And that's an imbalance. You have to create balance. For others, it can be perhaps, I don't know, gossip. People have been, I just saw 555 on the time, representing change. Some of you guys could be life paths of 5, if that resonates. The importance of balancing the scales for Libra season is going to be important. It's very easy to fall into the energy of being more like calm, more comfortable, lazy, which is, listen, too much of something is too much, right? So you have to be mindful. Like right now, for example, I'm not on, you can't see me. You could hear me. Normally I go live, but I look tired just like I feel tired, right? So I want to rest, but I have things I have to do. But I will allow myself to rest once I make the time, right? And that is either a reminder for someone to understand that you will need to prioritize self-care. But again, too much of something is not always good. So if you start to notice you're falling into like feeling more lazy, or you're lacking self-care, taking care of yourself properly, taking care of business, taking care of certain things, again, you have to shift your mindset. You have to work on yourself, because you want to create that balance, which will as well start to draw in any intentions you will set from now moving forward. Again, if you are expecting something, people will start receiving what they have been asking for, waiting for, and it's the sense of expectation, right? It may not, let's say, manifest itself in a way you may expect it to, but it also requires patience, because with balance, there has to be patience as well, right? You're not going to get any balance if things are chaotic, the energy is just off, things aren't aligned, there is no balance, okay? So leading up to the next full moon, again, it's going to be important to release things that no longer serve you. But if there are any ideas, any goals, continue trying to stay optimistic as you can moving forward. And if things aren't aligning the way you expected them to, just understand, again, there's a sense of patience, even though you might get moments of sense of urgency, again, depending what it may be. We are, again, in Libra season, air element, air energy. And then at the end of October 23rd, it will be the beginning of Scorpio season, water energy. So it will be very, very important to do any healing work. Got to work on, your mental health, your emotional health, because Scorpio season will put you in a place. So this could be a mental place, an emotional place, a physical place where you will have changes. You will have no choice but to go within yourself and figure out, okay, this situation popped up, or this person from the past, or this new person, said this to me, or I'm feeling like this, or, just examples. You need to be able to have the balance within to be able to focus, have clarity, determination to resolve these things. During Scorpio season, it can be, I got like a high pitched noise on like the right side of my ear that kind of distracted me. So perhaps grounding your energy is going to help as well. The Scorpio season will have you want to retract your energy and go within yourself. And it may be something that you don't necessarily want to do. It will just happen. And you may even seclude yourself from, let's say, the world, right? You won't be on social media as often. You're not posting yourself, but it is necessary. But again, too much of something is not always good. So being mindful of not fall into like lower frequency energy situations, like going back to an old relationship that was toxic, going back into a relationship, a friendship with someone who truly wasn't genuine with you, going back to an old job or an old type of job just to make ends meet, but at the end of the day, it's not something that you're passionate about, or it's taking away from your family. These are just examples. So from now, or whenever you listen to this, but from now leading up to Scorpio season, or even like I said, up to this next full moon, start releasing and start doing inner healing work, because it's going to help to shift your mindset. And I say this because in my previous lives, I was talking about the last Mercury retrograde we had, which was, I believe, July 10th to August, July, around that time frame, July into like August 10th or something like that. And I kept talking about Mercury retrograde and like the energies I was picking up on and the insight. And then like I just kind of disappeared off of YouTube, right? So it's like I needed to retract back and like kind of work on myself and build the energy back up. And it's just a reminder, is like that was just for 1 month. Mercury retrograde lasts for a month. Eclipse season happens, I believe, 2 times a year, if I'm correct. The last one was in March. That could resonate with someone here, like something maybe major or changes, shifts, transformations may have happened between March 2025 and then September 2025. But these are just insights that I'm picking up on right now. In the title of this video, what do you need to start doing now? A lot of people that believe in, again, intentional work. So cleansing yourself, cleansing your home, cleansing your family, cleansing your children, cleansing your space. Protection work will be needed as well. Reversal work will be needed as well. Sigils, symbols, jewelry is going to help to create that grounded energy, but as well the necessary balance, because since we are in eclipse season right now, again, that energy can cause confusion. It can cause some sort of like kind of chaotic energy, or just like emotions running high. It can be an abundance of energy, or it can be a buildup. Again, eclipse season did start on the new moon. So the new moon is more of a like a new beginning, a new idea. So it takes time to build up. And then mentioning the full moon again, that's already a build up, an abundance of energy, right? So keeping that in mind. There might be moments where, during that time frame or leading up to the full moon, as I said, starting from today, into a week will be the next full moon, you may feel emotional. A lot of women as well tend to start their menstrual cycles during like the new moon or the full moon phase. So that may resonate for some. Again, going back to intentional work, law of attraction, affirmations, music, prayers, psalms, again, sigils, symbols, jewelry, candle work, using the elements fire, water, air, earth, deities, and whatever it is you believe in, God, angels, your spirit team, you will need to ask for support, ask for help, ask for guidance, ask for insight, ask for clarity, ask for protection, ask for release. It is important to ask. I just got a vision of one of my oracle cards I believe is the angel guidance oracle cards, and it says ask. So a lot of people will be needing to ask God, ask the universe, and whatever it is you believe in, to help you in any situations that you are in. And by doing so, you allow yourself to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it is a strength. And even saying that right now, I'm kind of like smiling, like it's kind of funny because I don't like to come off as weak, but I have the understanding that it is not weakness. And I was told that, and I'll open up a couple years ago from a therapist because I was like, I don't like to be weak. I don't like to, be emotional, even though I was already emotional. She's like, that's not a weakness, that's a strength. So I like to tell that to other people. Ask the universe, ask God, ask your ancestors, ask any deity you believe in, or even ask a family member, ask a friend, ask your partner, ask your parents, ask if you need resources, you need extra support. It's out there. You just may have to look for it, right? You have to ask. So during Libra season, it's going to be important to have communication and have that vulnerability. Because if not, leading up to Scorpio season, once again, it's like you're either like, man, I had the opportunity. Like, I was hanging out with so and so this whole time, and I didn't want to bother them because I felt like I was venting. But in reality, that it wasn't venting. It was you opening up because you needed that communication. You needed to have a conversation. And that's something that has been quite noticeable to me, is needing to have a conversation. I've been hearing that online. I am a frequent listener to tarot readings here on YouTube. So I've been hearing conversation, the word conversation. I've communicated recently to someone that I said, we need to have a conversation, and they just chose to walk away, completely ignore or dismiss the reason why this conversation needs to happen, right? So with Libra season, there will be justice. So be mindful of the actions or the consequences that can manifest or can happen by not having a conversation. Example, you're having issues with your partner. Well, if you guys are completely ignoring each other's needs, desires, wants, right? You guys need support in some sort of way. You're ignoring it, right? Dismissing it, having no communication, not having a conversation. Listen, Scorpio season, full moon energies is about endings, right? So just take that, in whatever way it resonates with you, if it makes sense. It's going to be important, once again, to work on your protection, work on reversals. I'm not saying hex people, I'm saying reverse work. You need to do so because a lot of people have been going through a lot of things. Sometimes if you're doing so great or so well and you share your news to somebody, or you're finally feeling pretty good about yourself, and then someone says something to you, or someone, sends energy your way, even if it's just a simple, the way they look at you. And that's one thing I want to mention too, is like, I've been noticing just a lot of people, I don't know, just been looking a lot, right? Yes, I'm saying as like looking at me a lot, or when I'm with my partner, it's like, why are people staring, right? And it's not us being like, oh, we're conceited, or being super self-conscious. It's like, no, you just start to notice things and like, what is happening? So that can lead to mal de ojo, evil eye. That can lead to people just kind of tapping into your energy. It's so easy to tap into people's energy. Again, reversal work and protection work will be needed during this time. If you already are in that process, that's great. If not, you need to do so. Again, I mentioned jewelry, so jewelry can help as well. Perhaps something with like onyx, or black tourmaline, or just tourmaline by itself, or something like, excuse me, maybe like a smoky quartz can help with protection. I thought of like hematite. Those are just examples. Or even having like a piece of garlic in your backpack, in your purse, perhaps even in your car. If you could fit like a small piece like in your wallet, that can help against negative influences, negative energies. And also helps to clear away like obstacles and like money issues. And those are just examples. Um, Again, cleansing will be very important. One of my favorite things that I like to do that goes along with purification and protection is having rosemary in the household. If you are able to get like little branches of rosemary, you can hang it up like next to your door. You could use rosemary for like a spiritual cleansing bath. You can use rosemary essential oils like in a diffuser. You can boil rosemary and you could use it once it's cooled down, of course. You can use the water once it has been strained. You can use it for your hair. It helps with growth again, and you would be basically cleansing and protecting your crown chakra, your aura, your body. So I like that. I like that. So I'm giving you guys plenty and plenty of good ideas. This live will stay on my YouTube channel. I will be sharing the link on my social media sites, like on Instagram, which is Intuitive Love Tarot. Um, just take what resonates, try things out is going to be so important once again. And listen, a lot of people that consider themselves spellcasters, witches, intuitives, psychics, mediums, you know, they have the clairs, if you know what I'm talking about. It's going to be important to, again, stay grounded, clearing your energy and up your protection work, because a lot of people are feeling a certain way, okay? Sometimes you may think like, man, like normally I have like good luck. I tend to be a lucky person, and lately just things aren't coming out the way they should be or the way I expected it to be, right? And it's like, yeah, sometimes things happen in life, but also people happen in life, you know? So sometimes negativity sent your way is intentional, and some can be unintentional. It's weird how energy works, okay? It's all about um momentum, it's about intention, it's about force, it's about, I just keep thinking of releasing that will help with getting rid of negativity. So I hope these messages, I hope these tips helped. You can always come back and listen. You can let me know on my social media sites or in the comments if it helped or if you have any ideas regarding topics. But I will be talking more about protection work and reversal work, stuff like that, leading up to, I'm thinking like Dia de los Muertos, Halloween time, because it's starting to feel witchy already, okay? I've been feeling this like mid-September. I'm getting into the autumn fall vibes already, depending where you are located, but it's already fall season. So I'll be giving my tips and tricks here and there, sharing it with all of you guys, all right? I hope you guys have a very good day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.